Okay, the final of the Women's World Cup between Spain and England. Here's the match reaction again, trying to keep the minimal amount of editing as possible, just my thoughts on the game. And before we say anything about the actual game, let's give a massive round of applause to both teams. Massive round of applause to Spain for winning it, of course, but also to England for being able to get thus far to the competition, for putting up amazing performances against Nigeria, Australia, etc. in the group stage. England have done very well to get to this point. Those girls have definitely done brilliantly to get all the way to the final, and so have the players from Spain. Amazing quality displayed, definitely growing the women's football. But that aside, talking now about the game, and I think it comes down to to two big things from the Spanish side. Spain have wanted it more. I thought that at times in the game, especially in the last 20 minutes, including those 30 minutes of extra time, those Spanish players, every single player on that team was fighting into their last second. Not that the England players weren't giving it their best, but it just looked like, at least to me, especially in those last 20 minutes, that the Spanish players wanted it more. The second thing, of course, is the Spanish team just had more quality, especially more quality on the ball. I have some of the names up here that I wrote down. You have Hermoso, you have Aitana, you have Teresa Abelera, you have Mariona, you have Olga, especially those five. And then I know Putellas only had a cameo, but even Putellas and Hernandez and Andres, like players that came in and showed the quality within the Spanish team. In that first half, where they were able to keep 64% of the ball, such a good team on the ball. And something I said at the beginning of the watch along, and then that happened throughout the first half, especially when they scored the goal, is the patience that the Spanish team had on the ball. On that goal that Olga scored, it was Mariona getting the ball. She waited like an extra 5 to 10 seconds, waited for Olga to make the run in behind her, then placed the ball, and then Olga as a fullback. That finish was unbelievable. I thought Salma struggled today, but she's only 19. It's her first final, and she did well enough in the tournament to garner praise. England definitely suffered from a few mistakes, especially in the first half. The players' fault, but I think also managerial. I think the way England started the game with that 3-4-1-2 was not the way to start the game. Lauren Hemp and Alessio Russo were very isolated up front. That's the word I was missing during the stream. They were very isolated up front. That's why I thought that England looked a bit better in the second half when you brought in, especially Lauren James and Chloe Kelly, two players that added in quality into this team, two players that were able to give Lauren Hemp a bit more help. But as I said, it kind of seemed like too little, too late because of how much the Spanish players were able to go into the game and the insane quality that they displayed. I also want to give massive credit to Mari Erbst for saving that penalty because that kept the game alive, that kept the game entertaining. If she hadn't saved that penalty, it would have been a very boring game towards the end. So again, as a football fan, I was definitely entertained. I wanted England to win. I had a score prediction of actually the opposite of what happened. I had England winning the game 1-0. Did not happen. But in football, that's how things are sometimes. You want a team to win. They can't quite make it happen, but you can at least be appreciative of what they've done, what these players were able to fight for. And yeah, we'll definitely be watching way more women's football throughout this season. As I said, that's one of the goals for this channel, to be a channel that talks about all things football, the top five leagues, leagues outside of Europe, women's football, etc., etc. But yeah, that's my reaction. Um, both teams did very well, but Spain, at the end of the day, they just displayed their extra quality. Better game plan. Sorry, from George Vilda. I think he set up his team perfectly. Every single player on that Spanish team knew exactly what they were doing, and they played their role almost to perfection. And yeah, as I said, again, the quality from the likes of Teresa, Aitana, and Olga and Mariona was insane. The build-up play, even at times I thought that England were pressing extremely well, but it was like it was useless at times because of how well that, especially that left-hand side of the Spanish team, was able to play. Thank you very much for watching to the end, guys. Thank you for clicking on the video in the first place, but thank you especially for watching it to the end. You're much appreciated. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all these things to help me grow this channel. If you want daily football content, again, be sure to join the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you guys soon.